send you all some warm, positive vibrations. So, I know many of us have a sweet tooth, so many sweet teeth or taste of sweet. So, this is what's in season right now. It smells so like sugary. It smells like brown sugar, like natural brown sugar. So this is a sapodilla. It looks kind of like a oval, like a stubby oval potato, but this is actually a sapodilla. And this is an example of peaceful consumption, what I call peaceful consumption, food that is delicious, that loves you back, and that is food that is beautifying. It's high water content. Most of your body is what? Water. And this is high water content. It's high fiber. It actually has soluble and insoluble fiber, and this is something that you can find in tropical regions. So again, this is sapodilla, and this is perfectly ripe. A lot of times I'll see them and they'll be rock hard. So I'm going to cut this one open, rip it off. So it's starting to cool down now. It's been a hot one. So let's say we just open up the sapodilla. It's open. I got a couple more here, which I'm going to share with my sister. So let's cut it open. And of course, we're going to save the seeds to plant. So let's cut it open. And as soon as I cut it open, you can see one of the seeds has spilled out. So this is the seed of the sapodilla. These have a high germination rate, so these are easier to sprout. So, look at that. So many things in nature have that doctrine of signature, something that's called a doctrine of signature. To remind you of the divine feminine presence, right? Of the woman, of the womb. And this is a perfectly ripe one. Let me get a toalla, because this is so juicy and so sweet. There are a lot of them I've seen that are actually rock hard. So this one is so delicate. Like it slices through like butter. But it just glides right through. It's super juicy too. And actually, these are grown locally, and so these are grown without pesticides. So look at that, the seed slides right out. This smells like sugar and syrup mixed together. Right, and actually, this is so tender, you could eat the skin. Again, look at that color. I don't know if you can see the color and how juicy it is. This is what I would call beauty food. So, again, if I had known about all these delicious treats, well, this is not something you would find in the States, but if I had known about all these treats when I was a little girl, I was there right as rain. I would have had no need to eat now, later, and Skittles and Reese's peanut butter cups and all that other stuff. Greetings, greetings. So I am here enjoying some sapodilla, and these are local and tropical, and these are a great example of delicious sweet treats that love you back. So I know my mom was big on ice cream, and when she had her treats, you know, when your mom has her treats, or when she's making food, for some reason, your mother's food tastes better than yours, and you always, you know, women, you know, we have a tradition. All mothers, I think, around the world, take a piece of their food and put it in the child's mouth. Or you sitting up there, sitting next to your mother, waiting for her to break off a piece. So I remember my mother's favorite ice cream was butter pecan, and then secondary rum raisin, right? And then on holidays or birthdays, she would get that I don't know if they call them Napolitan, but it was that ice cream that was like vanilla chocolate strawberry. And if they made a pound cake or something, there'll be a pound cake at a birthday party or a holiday, and there'll be that ice cream, that tricolor ice cream. So imagine if you got a bunch of this. And right now when things are local, you know, the price is less. This is just falling off of people's trees, or people that have this tree in their yard, and some of the farmers will bring it to the market. Today is a market day. So I don't even want to know what this will cost, because it's so volatile. There are several fruits that are so volatile, they're so tender and easily damaged, that I'm sure it would cost so much to transport them. So most likely cost you a lot. But if you travel, if you travel to the environment, these are some things you want to look for. So they're not all year round, But fortunately, even in the States, Mother Nature is usually going to give you some kind of treat all the time. So, this tastes like brown sugar gelato mixed with a pear. And this is so delicate. It's very delicate. It tastes like vanilla, brown sugar, maple syrup mixed with a pear. Like a vanilla, it's like sugar and maple syrup. And it's extremely fragrant. And it's so nice, it's so delicate. You can just eat the skin. It's not a whole bunch of, it's not going to be a whole bunch of skin left over in your mouth. And it's actually very filling. This fruit is called Sapodilla. I'm sure the Mayans, the Yucatan or the Quechua, whichever Mayan, they have another name for it, and different islands may call it something different, depending on where you are. But here it's known as Sapodilla. So you can look it up. For those folks that are planning to come and visit, those sisters that are coming to visit will be enjoying a lot of seasonal fruit. You'll treat yourself. It's wonderful. See, these are the things that saved me from being a junk food junkie. And I was a junkie. I never was into the alcohol or the cigarettes, not even the weed, but food. So I would have easily been somebody that was overweight. And so variety, strategy, part of my strategy is variety and having lots of treats that I look forward to, where I'm not so concerned about dieting or I have to be so concerned about portion control, because it's high water, it's high nutrient dense, it's soluble and insoluble fiber. Also, it's beautiful, it's fragrant, so I feel like I'm treating myself. So that's a big part. We could say vegan. I prefer peaceful consumption. I prefer beauty food, right? So how you approach things can make all the difference, can make a huge difference in your whole experience. So I know I can usually find beautiful tropical, tropical, that's gonna have to go in the compost. But I know I can always, my hands are nice and sticky too. You notice some of the fruit now that's not organic, it doesn't even make your hands sticky. Isn't that something? So again, it's interesting, beautiful food. I say it loves you back. If you want your skin to be, think about it, who doesn't want beautiful skin? Especially this is coming from someone that had a lot of acne. Say my tree is beets and mangoes. Ooh, nice, very colorful. That's what I'm talking about. So like we talk about self-love, self-love, self-love. And I remember I used to comfort myself with junk food. I watched the adults around me do it from a little girl, and they gave you money for penny candy, and I was gonna get little brown paper bags and fill it up full of penny candy. So now I have options. I have options, the whole paradigm. I wish I would have had this mindset a little, because children love fresh fruit. Most people have a sweet tooth and love fresh fruit. So this is what I'm sharing today. Oh my gosh, it melts in your mouth. And it's perfect. Look at that color. And it's perfectly ripe. It's not too mushy. It's not overripe. It's not underripe. And I feel so satisfied. Sometimes even when we get beautiful food, we could be rushing down the street, rushing to a meeting, rushing to clients, doing 20 other things, which I am chatting, sharing this with you. But we're eating so fast, you don't really experience the food. I externed at like a really beautiful, one of the top restaurants in New York City. And such time and effort went into each little plate, even a tasting plate. And they charge you a lot of money, but if folks would see behind the scenes, when you really go to a restaurant where you're paying $100, $200 a plate, we use tweezers for certain things at the garde-manger or the station that, puts the garnishes and the salads together. Also, like in Japanese cuisine, which I love, the whole approach to eating and all the little tiny bowls and spoons. It's such a ritual of eating. Whereas in America, and everybody has their gifts to offer, we're eating so fast, we're like gobbling it down. Like, I don't know if any of you, homework, I'm done with this video, Google a pig and watch a pig eating. I'm pretty sure maybe you've seen a hungry dog, but watch a pig eating, and not trying to be insulting, but we're not present while we're eating. Our mind is somewhere else, which is why I love to practice relaxation, which is simple breathing, which you'll find some of those videos on this channel. Just simple relaxation, no big rituals, no gurus, no religions required. Relaxation is key. And if we just slow down to smell the food, to look at the color, the texture, feel the texture in your mouth, I would say it's even like a happy meditation, right? To really become present. So every time we're eating, you know, and I'm also thinking as I'm eating that this is going to become my arteries, this is going to become my breast, my womb, this is going to become my hair, you know. So the fact is, it's so juicy. One of them is so delicate, got a little smash in my bag, and the man told me, the brother told me, he said, they're very, very ripe. They said they're delicate, so I knew probably I wouldn't make it home without one of them getting a little smushed, but this sucker is still going down the throat. But they're so delicate. I mean, if you just slow down and think about the properties of the food, I think it's like, I don't know, it's really magnificent, wonderful analogy for life. It's delicate. It's just like us, like the fruit, just like the sunflower. The plants are just like us. You know how long it took for, the tree to bear fruit. There's some trees that might take 4 or 5 years even before they bear fruit. Again, why I encourage everybody to grow something, because it really switches on or reconnects us to source, divine intelligence, common sense. There's so much you get to see when you're preparing, when you slow down and relax and prepare your own food and really pay attention, right, to what it is you're eating and honor the food that's going to become a part of your body. This is not an inanimate object. This is a living organism, and it is a hierarchy of consumption. So it is good to give a blessing or an acknowledgement to the seeds and the water, air, water, fire, or the sun, and the farmers. I mean, I have total respect for farmers. I have so much respect for farmers. I have so much, even if you're eating stuff out of a can, you would have nothing to eat. We would have nothing to eat if it were not for farmers and those folks that provide our food. And this period of time is hopefully a time where people have become more connected. And I'm just encouraging everybody to grow something. Thank you, Shem, on it and what you love. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. So I post from time to time on Quasta People Eating with a K on TikTok, and Body-Culinary on, on Instagram. So sometimes I'll just come live. I have so much content backed up, but there's only so many hours in the day, and really I have to manage my time. There's so much to do in the garden. There's so much other work that I have to do, but sometimes that's why I will move on the vibe, whether it's short or long. But I'm not going to stay here too long. I just wanted to come and to share this because eating can be a joyous occasion. I think there's a distinction between the food, like really giving honor and thanks to the energy, right? Just say food, but the energy that we're taking in, right? That's going to become a part of us, and gluttony. I think there's a big difference. So I invite you to take a moment to just relax and to breathe, right? And to cultivate the practice and a craving for quiet, for bitters and for quiet, right? So that we can appreciate the sweet stuff, right? It's got to be a balance with the bitter and the sweet, so we can appreciate and not keep gobbling down. That's a mentality, and that's a consciousness to demonstrate and give ourselves to being a grace for being human, some compassion, but understand that if we have a lot of adipose tissue, or if our health and our skin is not where we want it to be, there's a lot of it that we can affect through our consumption patterns, right? Let me suspend the labels. Our consumption patterns are patterns of energy consumption. Are we unconscious? And with that's reminding me I need to get some sleep, because I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep the last couple of days, right? In this climate, even the best of us, not the best of us, but all of us humans can be affected, and I will submit can be affected to worry with all the things being flashed at us. So breathing, taking your time to eat beautiful food that loves you back and doesn't leave waste on your waist, and it makes your skin pretty, and you don't have to have regrets about eating this, being regretful because we're doing things that we think in our quiet moments are out of integrity. Those are things that can uh, fuel us to mindless eating. So that is something I'm very aware of in my practice. So my practice of, I don't know if you know, I'm a chef, nutrition coach, and a fitness coach. And so I have a different, I think I have another perspective, right? With ideally, even when I used to do competitions, I'm not interested in dieting. If there's enough joy and enough satisfaction, then you kind of take it off the table. There's no need to cheat when you got so many treats. That's the mantra, y'all. There's no need to cheat when you have so many treats. So this is the Sapodilla. I'm gonna try to save y'all a piece. If anybody has any questions or is interested in some international travel to just focus on them and gardening and fitness, all that good stuff, you're welcome to reach out to me and fill out a contact form on info@bodyculinary.com, body that's culinary, or just going over to the website. And shout out to all those folks that are in the cocoon. All right, see you soon.